Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash. Shalom and salutation and double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone on down. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video. And this video I have think 4 quick videos I'm gonna play and put some scriptures together to speak about it, to put some precepts together. I wasn't sure what I wanted to name the title of the video, but I'm working on it. By the time it's time for me to load it up, I'll have a title. So let's let it play and let's get some scriptures. I'll be right so you be edified. I think I'm gonna play this one first.
Really ended. It just changed its name. After the Civil War, Southern states created a system called convict leasing.
Salakia.
Here's how it worked.
If America had really won the War of Independence, they would never have agreed to pay debts and reparations to the King of England. When Congress passed the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, the U.S. President was made subservient to the King of England. The 13th Amendment is called the Title of Nobility Amendment and forbids U.S. presidents and their officials from using royal titles like king or prince or baron. For some mysterious reason, the 13th Amendment, which was ratified in 1810, no longer appears on current copies of the Constitution. America's blood-soaked War of Independence against the British bankrupted America and turned its citizens into permanent debt slaves of the king. In the War of 1812, the British torched and burned to the ground the White House and all U.S. government buildings and destroyed ratification records of the U.S. Constitution. 1 century later, a corrupt U.S. Congress committed the biggest theft in world history. They passed Paul Warburg's Federal Reserve Act in 1913, handing over America's gold and silver reserves and total control of America's economy to the Rothschild.
You hear that? You hear what they're saying?
Banksters. And total control of America's economy to the Rothschild banksters. Handing over America's gold and silver reserves and total control of America's economy to the Rothschild banksters. Most Americans still believe that the Fed or Federal Reserve is the government. It is not. The Fed is a privately owned banking system whose majority Class A shareholders are the Rothschilds, Warburgs, Kuhn and Loeb, J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, Israel Seif, and the Lehman Brothers. This private banking cartel is the Fed and is never audited and never pays taxes. They print and design America's money, which displays their symbols of an Egyptian pyramid, a Masonic all-seeing eye, and the word design America's money, which displays their symbols of an Egyptian pyramid, a Masonic all-seeing eye, and the words "In God We Trust." Who exactly is the God they trust? They also collect American taxpayers' money through... If America had...
So who is the God they trust? Because now you know there's different gods, and that God is that's Satan. Okay, let's get the next one.
Really won the war.
Next tonight, here that...
Oh, before I continue, Hawaii and the west coast of America, you know, California, and that, you know, that whole supposed to be getting a tsunami coming, and also supposed to be an earthquake of an 8.8 that's going to create the tsunami. And these things are supposed to be happening within the next hour and 30 minutes or so. Yeah.
Disturbing headline from Danville, Virginia. A city councilman intentionally doused with flammable liquid and set on fire. Here's Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, a horrific crime in broad daylight. A city councilman from Danville, Virginia, doused with gasoline and set on fire. Councilman Lee Vogler confronted inside the office of a local magazine where he also worked.
An individual forced his way into our office carrying a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline and poured the gasoline on Lee. Lee attempted to flee, ran to the front of the building. The individual followed him and set him on fire.
Vogler, elected in 2012, then the youngest member of the city council.
We've got a busy city council meeting tonight. And as you guys know, for 13 years, I've never missed a meeting, so I will be there.
Tonight, the councilman airlifted to a local hospital, but not before identifying his attacker as 29-year-old Shotzi Buck Hayes. Police arrested Buck Hayes after he allegedly fled the scene. Authorities say the suspect's motives involves a personal matter not related to the victim's position on Danville City Council or any other political affiliation. Tonight, the suspect is being held.
So you see, man, it's chaos out here, man. It's very chaotic out here, man. Let me see, that was that one. Check this one out.
Without bond in the Danville.
There's a genocide! Stop coming! You're complicit in a genocide! You're complicit in a genocide! Eddie, there's a genocide! Eddie, there's a genocide! Come on, Eddie! There's a genocide! You're complicit in genocide of the Palestinian people! You are complicit! Come on, Eddie! Eddie, help us! Eddie, help us save them! Come on, Eddie! The Israeli terrorists are committing a genocide, and the U.S. Congress and Senate are complicit in funding the bombs that are forcing children to be slaughtered and massacred. Shame on this government. The United States of America is complicit in genocide. The Israeli terrorists are starving children.
Fair Use Act 1976. I'm not getting paid to show this video. It's only for educational purposes only.
The Israeli terrorists are starving children. They are massacring children.
If they'll arrest veterans, they'll arrest you.
Stop the bombs! Stop the bombs! Stop the bombs! Stop the bombs! Thanks for coming. Stop the bombs! She was filming as well. Officer, stop the bombs! Shame on you! You're complicit! This is your legacy! This is your legacy!
Okay, you have to leave.
Eddie! You're not allowed to film in the room. That's how you have to leave. Civil liberties are just like completely changed. This is absurd. You're going to touch a veteran like that? Why are they arresting you? Why are they arresting you? Aguilera, talk to the camera. Why are they arresting you?
You're arresting us for speaking out against genocide.
Stop the bombs!
The U.S.
Stop the
Congress
bombs!
is paying for the death of children,
Slaughtering babies!
women and children.
Stop slaughtering babies! Stop fighting. We are being arrested right now for interrupting a foreign affairs hearing on nominations because the U.S. is complicit in genocide. They are complicit in the slaughter of babies.
When the United States Congress comes after veterans, they will come after you.
so that's all I got with that one, man. I got one more, and then after that, I'm gonna get some scriptures.
They say slavery ended in 1865, but the truth? It never really ended. It just changed its name. After the Civil War, Southern states created a system called convict leasing. Here's how it worked. Police arrested freedmen on petty charges: loitering, vagrancy, not having proof of employment. Courts handed out fines they couldn't pay. And when the fines weren't paid, the prisoners were leased out to private companies, railroads, coal mines, plantations. They got free labor. The state got paid. And the prisoners? They got chains, whips, and endless days of backbreaking work. Death rates were higher than slavery itself. Why? Because companies had no reason to keep people alive. If one man died, the state simply sent another. Black men, teenagers, even children were swept into this system. And you won't believe this. From the 1870s to the early 1900s, convict leasing was an industry. Alabama made so much money off it that by 1898, over 70% of the state's revenue came from leasing prisoners. Think about that. Decades after emancipation, the state was still selling black bodies to the highest bidder. Families torn apart. Generations living in fear of arrest for the smallest offense. Follow Hidden America. The history.
All right. So with that, let's get some scripture. All right. So I got two definitions. I was gonna one definition, then a breakdown in one of the videos. Not a breakdown, but the understanding of understanding of a phrase. First one, when you not that you heard that video first, but the woman soldier kept screaming out, complicit, complicit, complicit. For those who don't know what that word means, I'm going to read it to you, and it reads: complicit, involved with others in an illegal activity or wrongdoing. So that's what complicit is. It's a wrongdoing. And then the second one was convict leasing. This is something that they was doing to us in the this is like in the 1890s, 1870s. You know what I mean? Right after slavery. I think slavery was supposedly over in 1865, I think, or 69 or something like that. So, in the 70s they continued, and they had different things that they was doing to us. And one of the things that they was doing was called convict leasing. So I'm going to read the definition to you of convict leasing, and it reads: convict leasing was a system of penal labor used in the southern United States after the Civil War, where state governments leased out prisoners, overwhelmingly black Israelites, to private companies, which they're doing today, individuals and landowners who then worked them in forced labor for the profit of the leases and the state. The system was a form of forced labor that exploited a loophole in the 13th Amendment, which prohibits slavery and involuntary servitude, but allows for forced labor as punishment for a crime. So this is what they was doing to us, man. They always had a plan in keeping us, and it always succeeded. And now those lies and all of those things is being discovered, but at the same time, this chaos is blowing up, and nobody can stop it. So with that, let's get some of these scriptures. Yeah, nobody can stop it. We start with 2nd Ezra. (15 and 19), and it reads: a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. That's kind of what you've seen with that government official, the Edomite, against the other Edomite who set him on fire. Upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And this is where we're at right now. We're in great tribulation that's about to really hit. These are the beginnings of sorrows, as Yahushua has said. This is Jeremiah 49 and 20. And it reads, Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom in his purpose, that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Teman are Germans, which are Edomites. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their inhabitants, shall make their habitations desolate with them. So the least of the flock is who those the wall humpers are, man. And they're causing rift everywhere. They're going to drive the whole world into WW3, into Megiddo, which is also in Israel. And this is where they're going to do battle until Yahushua comes, and they're going to try to battle with Yahushua, and they're going to be destroyed quick fast. Exodus 17 and 16, and it reads, For he said, Because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Again, it's the war humpers. They are the head house or the head tribe of Esau, of Edom. And then you could say Timeh would be the second one because they're the smartest out of them, you know. So Timeh would be the second top tribe out of Esau. Psalms. Psalms 55 and 21, and it reads, the words out of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So regardless of what you think, they are about to really start fighting against Jake. They're going to start going at you with the sword, with the gun. And if you don't do exactly what they say, they're going to use them. And I don't even know what's happening. Like, I haven't really seen any news. If somebody could post some news about what's happening with Chicago with the YNs out there and the government. What's going on is, because it's been kind of quiet, so I haven't been hearing anything. But to my understanding, they're supposed to have been there, or they're there. So I don't know exactly what's happening. So if somebody could inform me, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. Sirach, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10, and reads, Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And this is what you got to understand with this devil, that he's about tricking you and lying to you, but his lies are being discovered now. His secrets are being discovered. Like Yahushua said, I'll make you bare, make Esau bare. So, he's going to have to resort to the sword, because he's losing all his enchantment. All his lies don't work anymore. So now he has to go ahead and make that move, because he knows he has but a really short time. Again, Psalm 10 and 10, he croucheth and humbled himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. So this is kind of what he did too when he came to the Americas. Wasn't what Americas at the time, and Christopher Columbus, 1492, he came out here, and they started to conquer and kill and destroy, rape and pillage, man. That was in their heart. They tried to come to you with peace, or lie to you about peace, but war was in his heart, like he said. Psalms 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are be born, speaking lies. And that's what they're all about, man. Just straight up lies and wickedness. But you got to understand that Yahushua made them to be like that. He made them to be wicked, to cause havoc on the earth, to kill. That's what he made them for. and people don't understand the scriptures. They don't. When you read it to them, or you tell them, or you try to explain it to them, they don't get it. They don't want to get it because they truly don't believe in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And I'm talking about you Israelites, you 2/3 Negroes. Revelations 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. And hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over who's them? Esau. Over the fourth part of the earth. The fourth part of the earth is what? Babylon, America. To kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. And this is what this devil has been doing since the power was given unto him. Job 9 and 24. Let's see. I passed that one. Okay, Jeremiah 28 and 8. Salakia. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. This is what we're doing today. We are prophesying of all these things, the evils, the wars, and the pestilence. All these things are coming. Daniel 7 and we'll go to 8 first. We'll start at 8 first. Daniel 8 and 25. And it reads, and though his policy also he has caused craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Because this is what's coming. He's going to promise you peace in this chaotic time that we're building in. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So he's thinking that he's prompt up enough. He's proud enough to think that the weapons that he has created is going to be able to protect him. That's how proud he is. Daniel 7 and 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of us, of the Most High, and think to change times and the laws, and they shall be given into his hand until the time and times and dividing of times. So this is what this devil is doing, man. You have to understand that you have to know who your enemy is. And that's why Jake continue to keep going through what they're going through, because they have not truly identified the enemy. This is why we're cursed. This is the last scripture I'm going to get right here, man. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. And it continues to go on and on. I'm not going to read through the rest of it, but we're cursed as a people. This is why we go through what we go through. This is why we need Yahweh and Yahweh Shai to send his son Yahweh Shai, because there's no salvation without him. All right? So be prepared, man. Pray up. And first of all, fear Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's the beginning of wisdom. And pray to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai to give you the knowledge and understanding of how to move around in this devil's world, because things are about to really truly heat up. And ask him to have mercy on you. You know what I'm saying? I will rock this out. You edify with that lesson. I'm gonna say, Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakat Kudash. Shalom. Salutations again in double honors to the elder apostles on Great Millstone on down, and shalom to the elect. Shalom.